जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंदा। We are continuing with Sri Caitanya Charitamrta, Adi Lila, Chapter 5, Text 180. Bhaike Bharti Sunu Muni Lana Ei Guna Sei Ratri Prabhu More Dila Darashana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That night, Lord Nityananda appeared to me in a dream because of my good quality in chastising my brother. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we are continuing with this very beautiful chapter number 5, where we are hearing the glories of Lord Nityananda by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And we've heard from the scriptures that Lord Nityananda is the Adi Guru. He is our first bona fide spiritual teacher, spiritual master. And we also heard about how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's brother was chastised. And why? Because he was having faith in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but not in Lord Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda appeared in the dream of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was in Jhamadpur, now Jhamadpur is near Naihathi village. And Srila Prabhupada, in the purport, he explains the area where exactly is this place. Now he says, now there's a railway line to Jhamadpur. So we need to take a train on Katwa railway line and go directly to Salar station. And from there, go directly to Jhamadpur. So why is Srila Prabhupada giving us this information? In case we want to go there, we want to visit Jhamadpur. So this is how we reach there. So in the dream, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he fell at the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Now, Lord Nityananda, he placed his feet on the head of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and then asked him to get up. And even in the dream, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was so mesmerized by the beauty of the Supreme Lord. He was amazed that he had that glossy blackish complexion. He was tall, strong, heroic stature. And his darshan was completely clear. You know, we usually have dreams and most of us don't remember most of our dreams. It's only very rarely we'll remember a dream. And sometimes it's not clear, you know, oh, who was it? What were they saying? You know, it's not very, very clear. But here, Srila Prabhupada says only pure devotees can get a clear darshan of the Supreme Lord. So he could see everything. He saw the full description of Lord Nityananda. Beautiful hands, arms, legs, eyes were beautiful like lotus flowers. He was wearing a silk cloth. He had a silk turban on his head, golden earrings, armlets, bangles, tinkling anklets, flower garlands. So see, he was able to see everything clearly. He was even able to see the sandalwood pulp on the Supreme Lord, the tilaka he was wearing, you see. So when I was reading that, then, you know, that Lord was wearing tilaka. I mean, Lord also wears tilaka. Why? To show us by example that tilak, putting tilak is very, very auspicious. You see? And I remember in Bhagavad Gita class, Isel was very curious about the tilaka. She asked me, "What is this you're wearing on your forehead?" Hmm? And wanted to know the significance of applying tilaka. So then, of course, I sent her all the information, knowledge that is required for understanding why do we wear tilaka? What are the benefits of applying tilaka on the forehead? So here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he could see that the face, the beautiful face of Lord Nityananda was more beautiful than millions and millions of moons. And his teeth were like pomegranate seeds. Why? Because the Lord used to chew betel. And he could see Lord Nityananda's body was moving to and fro, this way and that way, and was completely absorbed in ecstasy and was chanting Krishna, Krishna in deep voice. See? When will that day come when my voice will be choked with tears, hairs will stand on end, all those ecstatic symptoms. So this is called complete absorption in love of the Supreme Lord. And Srila Prabhupada, many times he's telling us that when we chant attentively every day, what do we chant? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When we chant attentively, which means we are hearing what we are chanting, that will bring about purity. And here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he's seeing Lord Nityananda. He is maddened like a lion. All the bumblebees are all around him, swarming all around him. Just like, devotees are like bees. They are around the Supreme Lord. And all are chanting Krishna, Krishna in ecstatic love. Some were playing, horns and flutes. So saw the opulence of Lord Nityananda. You see? Dancing, singing, like we do in the temple when there is kirtan going on. See, doing kirtan in association of devotees is very powerful. We need to hear, because when we hear the kirtan, the chanting, the singing of the holy names of the Lord, that sound vibrations can help us to get absorbed in love for Krishna. You see, chanting is not a ritual that we do every day. Oh, I wake up in the morning and I have to finish my 16 rounds. So chanting is not a ritual at all. It is deep meditation. Prabhupada says chanting is our only savior. It can save us from Maya, save us from this material world, save us from all the different miseries that we have in this material world. So chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This can get us permanent happiness. This is the only way. Just chant, chant, chant. But when we chant, we need to avoid the 11 offenses against the holy name. So here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was overwhelmed with transcendental ecstasy, just having darshan, looking at Lord Nityananda. And then Lord Nityananda smiled and he said, "My dear Krishnadas," he called him Krishnadas, "my dear Krishnadas, do not be afraid. You go to Vrindavan and there you will attain everything." What an assurance. Do not be afraid. Do we remember in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna, tells Arjuna, "Masuchaha, do not be afraid. I am there to protect." That same assurance is given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita also. So here Lord Nityananda is giving assurance to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He told him, you go, by waving his hand, he said, you go to Vrindavan. And then Lord Nityananda and his associates that were there in the dream disappeared. And what happened to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami? He fainted. He fainted, he fell to the ground, and his dream was broken. And then from that dream, he realized, this is what my Lord wants. My Lord wants me to go to Vrindavan. Immediately, he followed the instructions. That is the mood of a disciple. Follow the instructions immediately, not after some time, not after a few weeks or months or years or maybe lifetimes. No. This is the mood of a disciple, to follow immediately. See, there are three kinds of disciples. The topmost is one who follows the instructions before receiving them, because that disciple knows the mood of the guru, and so is able to follow the instructions even before they are given. The next class is those disciples who follow after being given the instructions. And the worst is those who get the instructions and still don't follow it. You see? So who is the loser? Is the guru a loser or the disciple? It's the disciple who is a loser by disobeying the instructions of the spiritual master. What is the purpose of Guru giving us instructions as disciples? So that he can help us to go back to the spiritual world. But the $1,000,000 question is, are we ready? Or another question is, do we want to go back to the spiritual world? If yes, then we need to follow the instructions of the Guru. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami immediately followed that instruction, and he left for Vrindavan and he reached there. And he was so happy to be in Vrindavan. He was glorifying Lord Nityananda because it's the mercy of Lord Nityananda that he was able to reach Vrindavan. You see, we think we can go to Vrindavan by buying a ticket. No. We need the mercy. We need the mercy of the spiritual master. We need the mercy of Lord Nityananda, Srimati Radharani, Lord Krishna. We need their mercy to be able to reach Vrindavan. And what did he do? He immediately went and took the shelter of Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. He also actually got a shelter of Sri Raghunathas Goswami, even Sri Swarup Damodar. So Srila Prabhupada says, if we want to become an expert in serving Shri Radha and Krishna, then we should aspire to be under the guidance of the Goswamis, the 6 Goswamis. They are also our spiritual teachers. We need their mercy. And for that, we also need the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he took shelter of the Goswamis and he gave the credit to Sanatan Goswami for learning the final conclusions of devotional service. Devotional service is very, very powerful. It's not a ritual. It's not someone asked us to do, so we are doing it. Bhakti is very, very powerful. So we need to understand what is the purpose of performing bhakti. So by the mercy of Rupa Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was able to taste the highest nectar of devotional service. You see? Highest. And we know that Sanatan Goswami has written this beautiful scripture called Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So if we try to learn this Brihad Bhagavatamrita, it's about devotees. So we should read. It's written, it's actually a special commentary on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why it's called Dashama Tippani. And that can help us to understand the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Not just understand, but understand them very deeply. You see? See, it's one thing to hear or read Krishna's pastimes, but what do we learn from them? Many like to hear, oh, what did Krishna do? Where did he go? Etc., etc. That's nice to hear. But what do we learn from those pastimes, from Krishna Lila? It's not entertainment. It's not enjoying the stories of Srimad Bhagavatam. No. We need to figure out, not figure out, we need to understand the moral of the Krishna Lila. You see? Not try to figure out who said what to whom and why and where and how. No, that is not the purpose of Krishna Lila. Krishna Lila is for us to get the moral of that Lila. What is Krishna trying to teach us? So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami informs us in this chapter that Sanatan Goswami, he also wrote Hari Bhakti Vilas. And what is Hari Bhakti Vilas? It's just rules and regulations for different divisions like Vaishnava Grahastas, Vaishnava Brahmacharis, Vaishnava Vanaprasthas, and Vaishnava Sannyasis. So the question may arise, what's the difference? Ordinary, you see, brahmacharis, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasis, and Vaishnava brahmacharis, grihasthas, vanaprasthas, and what is the difference? You see, there is a difference. But Vaishnavas are devotees of the Lord. That's why they're called Vaishnavas. See, I remember hearing a story that who is a true Vaishnava. And the first quality of a true Vaishnava is always speaks the truth, no matter what, is always honest. So here was this Brahmana who had taken a vow that he would travel and he would eat food only in the house of someone who has never told a lie, an honest person's house. And he probably will die of hunger because, people are so used to telling lies. Excuse me, that, but anyway, he went to a village and he inquired from people, can you tell me a house where the person living in that house is always honest? So they said, I think we think that house there, that devotee staying in that house, he's the one who always speaks the truth. So this Brahmana, he said, okay, tell me about him. He wanted to test this person, this devotee. So he said, tell me about him, who lives in his house, etc., etc. So the villagers said, well, he has 2 houses, he has 2 wives, and he has 3 sons. So this Brahmana said, okay, I'll go. So he went and visited this devotee's house. And, devotees, they always welcome guests, Atiti Devo Bhav, right? They treat the guests very nicely. So he invited him and made him sit down, washed his feet, and, and bowing down, he asked him, how can I help you? So this Brahmana was very hungry, but before eating, he wanted to test this man, this devotee. So he said, oh, I have heard that you have 2 houses. He said, no, I just have 1 house. He said, oh, I even heard from villagers you have 2 wives. He said, no, I just have 1 wife. Oh, how many children do you have? He said, only 1 son. So this Brahmana said, he is a liar. He is not an honest person. So the Brahmana said, no, I cannot take food in your house because you're lying to me. So he said, no, but I told you the truth. He said, no, but the villager said you have 2 houses. He said, yes, I have 2 houses, but for me, only 1 house I considered mine. Why? Because in the other house, there is no temple, there is no worship, there is no chanting, nothing. So for me, that house is as good as not there. So as far as I'm concerned, I have only 1 house. What about 2 wives? He said, well, 1 wife follows the Vaishnava tradition. She's a devotee. She chants and she offers food to the Lord. So I have 1 wife. The other one is not interested. So for me, I have only 1 wife. He said, what about the sons? He said the same. It's only 1 son, the youngest son, who follows the devotional path, whereas the other 2 sons are only interested in eat, sleep, and be merry. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, I have only 1 son. This Brahmana said, you are a true Vaishnava. So what do we learn from this? What do we learn? How to lead a family life. See? How to make sure that the whole family is Krishna conscious. That is a true Vaishnava. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he says, I was unwilling to drink the nectar of devotional service. I was possessed of renunciation. But Sanatan Goswami, out of his causeless mercy, he made me drink devotional service. So beautiful. Yeah? Drinking the nectar of devotionals. So bhakti is nectar. You see? The Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, they are an ocean of mercy. They are very compassionate to fallen souls. You see? So here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, well, it is my duty to offer respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. Most people are unwilling to do bhakti. You see? But because we are fortunate, the spiritual master has been merciful to us and he is helping us in devotional service. He's an ocean of mercy. The only purpose of the Guru is to help the disciples liberate themselves from the clutches of Maya. So we are eternally indebted to our Guru. Eternally. There's no way we can repay back this debt. So for us, the lotus feet of the Guru is our only shelter. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he accepts all these as his spiritual master. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, every Jiva Goswami, he considers them as his Guru. See, Rupa Goswami, he's actually called Bhakti Rasa Acharya, the rasa of bhakti, the mellows of bhakti, of devotion. He's the acharya, the teacher, one who knows the essence of devotional service. See, when we perform bhakti, we need to know why are we performing bhakti. When we are chanting, we need to know why do we chant. When we associate with devotees, we need to know why do we have devotee association. So it's important to understand the essence of devotional service. You know, I think most of us, we have read the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And in that, the process is given to us how to perform bhakti. It's called Bhakti Rasamrita. Amrita, nectar of bhakti. That's why it's called nectar of devotion. And Srila Prabhupada has given us a simple process. It's not very difficult at all. But if one has sincerity and seriousness and is following the path of bhakti in that mood, then the Guru, he sees the sincerity of his disciple and he showers the mercy. Why? Because he's pleased. You see? He is very pleased that his disciple is making progress, spiritual progress. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he's again praising Lord Nityananda that because of Lord Nityananda's mercy, he has attained Shri Shri Radha Govinda. When will not Lord Nityananda be merciful so that he's saying, so that I will forget all material desires. Most people are afraid to give up material desires because that sense of enjoyment is so strong. I want to enjoy. I want this and I want that and I want to go here and that. So that those material desires are so very strong that it is difficult to detach ourselves from material desires. It's too much attachment since very, very long time. And why that attachment is there? Because we think these material desires will make us happy. But Srila Prabhupada says, unless one is free from these material desires, unless one is free from this desire to satisfy the body and the senses, unless we are free, we cannot attain the spiritual abode of Krishna. No. In fact, Srila Prabhupada says, even if one has an iota of desire, material desire, iota, they have to come back into this material world. So if we want to understand Radha and Krishna, then we need to take up the mood of the six Goswamis, take direction from them, and then we will also receive the mercy of Lord Nityananda. You see? So these are the verses that we have covered from 180 to 204. We will continue with the remaining verses of this chapter afterwards. Actually, this will be the last Chaitanya Charitamrita class because most of us are leaving for India. So we will continue the CC class after we return from India. So we will start with verse 205 when we resume the CC classes. So I'll end here. If anyone has any questions or comments, you're welcome to ask.